Hi Aquarius, happy birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-February 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, source will be in front of us. It's why I call it a bridge and gap spread. And the way it works is we'll get the past, present, future energies between you and the main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some more cards as well for some additional insight. After the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Artist Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy, the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel that's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Right, so we'll fall out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Tradition. This is the equivalent of the Hierophant in traditional tarot. So it could just be saying that you might have felt a really strong draw toward this person, right? And maybe even saw yourselves going down a more traditional path as far as advancing the relationship to something more formal. But there could have been some element about it that might have been taboo, forbidden in some way. We do see the names Romeo and Juliet on the card. So yeah, there could have just been some element within the connection that might have made it a little bit difficult for you to bring it in a more traditional path, but looks like you might have had the desire to do so in the past. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Empress. So yeah, so to me this says that more than likely you might have been the ones to initiate more of the connection in the past. This could have been someone very independent, right, but they might have been very well off as well. So you might have saw them as someone who kept to themselves, right? Maybe even came across as a little bit shy, but you definitely felt strong pull toward them. And yeah, like I said, I feel like this is an indicator that more than likely you would have been the one initiating most of the contact. Right, present energy on your side, we have the Seven of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here, and this could just be saying that maybe in the present you might just have a lot going on. So now, you might find yourselves thinking about this person, but you might actually be more physically apart from them at this time, whether you get pulled away for work or family things, whatever the case may be, even as simple as, everyone coming around for your birthdays, right? And the distractions that might come with that. Just feels like this is saying, you just might have a lot on your plate right now to where you can't really give to this connection at this time. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Sun. So this is Leo energy here. So yeah, it could just be saying that ultimately they could be feeling a lot more confident about the connection and feeling like it's definitely going to continue to grow between the two of you. And this could just be saying as well that maybe, while you could be going through a bit of a heavier time right now with a lot of responsibilities, maybe things are a little bit lighter for them, or I do have to say less likely of a scenario, but for some of you, this could just be saying that maybe they're the ones who are kind of in the spotlight right now and taking on a lot, and you could be, maybe feeling a little bit left out in that regard. So it seems like the less likely of the two scenarios, but did at least want to mention it. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Four of Staves. So this is Aries energy here. So yeah, so to me this says that ultimately if you do feel like a little bit overwhelmed at this time, right, like maybe you can't give too much energy to the connection, or maybe even just wondering if you could even be in the connection at this time. So what this is saying that by the time we get a little bit deeper into Aries season, so let's say mid-May or so, you might be feeling a lot stronger about the connection and actually be able to take it to the next level at that point. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Nine of Cups. So Pisces energy here. So yeah, so to me this says that ultimately it doesn't look like their faith and attraction toward the connection isn't necessarily going to waver. So if that's something that you might be worried about, let's say, right, like, okay, if I do have all these other things I have to take on, can I actually count on this person to be okay with that, right? Until we are able to get things off the ground in a more steady format. I feel like this is saying ultimately you probably wouldn't have anything to worry about there. So at least if you are already feeling a little bit stressed and overwhelmed with other things going on outside the connection, I feel like this is a good indicator. It says that, they look like they would be the one constant in that regard, at least. All right. So Bottom of the deck on your side, we have Sacrifice. And this is Hangman energy here, which usually I view as a Pisces energy. Now, yeah, this could just be another indicator. Like I said, you could just have so much going on that you might start to wonder, like, okay, can I even be in this connection right now, right? And like I said, it looks like if that's the case, looks like you will be able to allow the connection to be a little bit more low maintenance for the time until you are able to stabilize whatever elements you have going on in your lives, and then at that point, it looks like you could pick it up from there. So if you are wondering, like, okay, do I just need to leave this behind because I have these other things going on right now? I think this is saying ultimately you should be fine. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is Aries energy here. And if we look at the artwork, we see the hat on the ground and the cane, right? So it could just be saying, and if we look at the facial expression, looks like maybe there's a bit of boredom there, right? So it could just be saying that, yeah, maybe initially if you are pulled away and doing a lot, right, this person might feel a little bit bored and like, okay, is this ever going to pick up again temporarily? But given that this is Aries energy, and we see the Aries energy in the future showing that, yeah, by that time you should be good to go, ready to pick things up. And funny enough, beneath that we have the Wheel of Fortune on their side as well. To me, it says it looks like it's going to be a temporary lull, and not to mention, Venus is already in shadow and will be retrograde in March, so that's another thing that could slow things down as well. So I think this is saying that, whatever the cycle is, it looks like it'll play out naturally, and you guys should be fine by the time we move into Aries season. But see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Oracle card deck. I already pre-shuffled the deck. I'm going to give it a few more shuffles, and then we'll pull a card. All right, so let's cut the deck. Take this card. And next we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. I also pre-shuffled this deck as well, but we're just going to give it a few more shuffles, cut the deck, and pull a card. Almost had a jumper there. Okay. And we'll do the same thing with this deck. Take this card here, get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first, if I can pick it up. All right, so we have New Love. It says, a new love or recommitment to love is developing. So yeah, so to me, the recommitment to love is developing. I feel like that's the more likely thing here because, like I said, it looks like in the present, you just might have a lot going on right now. Like I said, for a lot of you, it seems more career focused, but it could just be multiple areas of life that have you feel like you can't really give to this connection. So the recommitment, like I said, I feel like this is saying by the time you get to Aries season, maybe even a little sooner than that for some of you, the things will start to flow a lot more naturally at that point. All right, and from Wisdom Oracle, we have Poised. There's the artwork. The number is 48, and we'll see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says, when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from art. This is a beautiful place to be. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. And I do have to say, so for example, for some of you, maybe if this is even a temporary loss of confidence, right? Or you feel like, oh, I don't know if I could keep this connection going. Like this is saying, you should just be able to ride that energy out, give it a little bit more time. And like I said, by the way, this looks like by Aries season, things will start to look a lot better for you. So hopefully that resonates with you guys. I'll wrap up there. Once again, happy birthday, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.